So, good morning. I guess I'm live for the very first time. And I'm just going to be talking, even though no one is here yet. I'm going to talk as if somebody is. So, today I'm going to do a craft video, a craft live. I'm going to heat press some mugs. Um, and if anybody does get on while I'm talking and you can't hear me, let me know because I'm trying out the microphone. It should be fully charged to go. But yeah, I'm gonna try this out. First time live. My name's Audrey. I have a craft business, a very small craft business called Wonderfully Made, and I'm trying to get it going. I've got an Etsy, so if you're interested in knowing what the Etsy is, I can do all that jazz. But today I'm going to heat press some mugs for a couple counselor friends of mine. So they're going to have some counseling uh, verbiage on them. But I'm going to be using Canva to create uh, the designs. Then I'm going to use sublimation paper. It's a sub. I can show you that when I go to grab it. But I'm going to be crafting mugs with I said a sub paper. The printer I'm going to be using is a Brother SP1. And then I'm going to be using a Cricut heat press, mug press. So, and again, I'm going to be using Canva to design. I already have them designed, but I'm going to like walk you through the steps that I did to do it, just in case you are new to Canva. I'm kind of new to Canva still too, so you'll just have to walk through it with me. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. If you're just joining, I'm going to be heat pressing some mugs for some counselor friends of mine. So let me try to turn this around. There we go. Seeing as this is my first live, I don't have all the things to make things perfect, but we're just going to walk through this together as best as humanly possible. I saw a few people jump on and I got really excited there for a second, but I think they're all gone now, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going at it. Can I zoom in? I wonder. Hey, I can zoom in. Cool. Okay, so I have both of these and eventually I'm going to make them, but we're going to actually make this one first because I have the mug ready. Let me move that back up here. So first thing on Canva, we're going to go over here to text. We're going to add text box. We're going to go back up here. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see. I'm going to move it down here. We're going to go in there, and again, we're making the I am a counselor, not a magician. So let's see here. We're going to go ahead and say I'm a, and the font I'm using is going to put it all in caps anyway, so that's nice. But the font I'm using, I'm going to botch the name of this font, but it's Bebasnu. I don't know. It is a Cricut font, or sorry, not a Cricut font, a Canva font. But that's what I'm using for the smaller words here in between the counselor and magician. So we'll do that. Then we're going to go add another text box, and we are going to say counselor in it. I'm going to also make it bigger here. I'm going to add yet another one that says not a, and I'm also going to make that, let me actually change it. Let's fix this. Go here. There we go. That's better. I'm going to try to pay attention to who's popping in and out of the lives to say hi. But again, this is my first time doing a live, so we'll see how it goes. So I've got I'm a counselor, not a. Let's add a fourth text box and say magician, magician. Make this bigger, scale that down a little. move it over and make it bigger. Okay, so I'm going to make these two fonts the same size. So in order to do that, click on the I am, hold shift down and click on the not a, and it'll select just those two those two sections. And back up to here, the font size, I can go ahead and make them the same size and scale them however I please. Let me go ahead and choose an actual decent number. Let's see here. Let's go to 72. All right, so 72 is the size I'm going to make that for now. Now for the font of Counselor and Magician, you can use whatever font you want. I do have a particular font that I got from being a member of a crafting group called Maker's Gonna Learn. So the font that I used for this was Groovy Moves. But there's so many fonts that are similar to this. I'm not sure the names, unfortunately, right now. I did try to find some, but I rushed into this live, I think, this morning, but that's okay. But again, you can use whatever fonts you want, but I'm using something called Groovy Moves from Maker's Gonna Learn. They are a great resource for crafters. They're on YouTube for free. You can watch them. You can learn how to do all sorts of things with Cricut, and they're awesome. So Maker's Gonna Learn. Check them out. So that's my font for that one. Let me change Magician to the same font. All right, I've got everything set up that way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Counselor. I'm going to come up here to Effects, and over on the side here, I'm going to click Outline first. I'm going to change the color as well. This green works really well. Actually, I did that wrong. Let's make the outline black. Whoops. Let me go back up here. All right, the outline is going to be black. Okay, so that did that. Let's go to the word itself, and we're going to go up here to the color text, or text color. I said that backwards. I'm going to choose the green. And why didn't it do it? Let's see here. Try this again. There it goes. It made it. So now it matches what I have over here, which is the end result. So let's do the same thing with Magician, hopefully a little smoother. So click on Magician. You're going to go up here to Effect or Effects. You're going to go over here to Outlines or Outline. Let's make the outline black. Then we're going to come back over to Magician. Make sure we click on the word again, just to be sure. Go up to the color and choose green. Voila. So we've got that. You can mess with the settings to make the outline thicker or thinner if you want, but I actually like the setting that it shows for the outline thickness, so I'm just going to leave it as is. So now what I'm going to do is, this is the size that I want to do. So I'm going to look at the size that I have. It's going to fit on a Cricut beveled 15-ounce mug. So let's see, I want to change it to 3.42 width. So let me get these in the position that I like them in. Let's use, Canva has a nifty thing of, it will tell you if it's centered or not. So that little red line that's going down the middle, check it out, and that'll help you so much to keep things even and in a place that you want them to be. Oh, you know what? I need to make sure these are the size that I want. So this one says 72. Let's see here. Definitely not the same size. So let's change this to 72 as well. Fix that a little bit. There we go. So make that centered again. If you are joining right now, we are doing a Cricut heat press mug for some counselor friends of mine. I've got two I'm going to end up making, but right now we're focusing on the I am a counselor, or I'm a counselor, not a magician. So if you're interested in getting Cricut things, definitely, hopefully check out this video, and if it's helpful, that's awesome. But okay, so let's see here. I'm going to make sure. So what we're going to do actually to make this simpler, sorry if I'm skipping around or going too fast, but let's take a second and breathe. We're going to select all of these lines, and we are going to group it. So that will make it easier over here to, what did I say the size was? 3.42. So we're going to come and change the one that we're working with to 3 point. I already forgot what I said, 42? Okay, yes. So this needs to be fixed. So look what it did over here. So I'm going to fix that. Let's extend this out. Ooh, a little too far. And that is almost there. So let's see here. I think that's still pretty good. So we're actually just going to stick with that. I think the difference is I have the lines separated more. This one seems to be a little closer line-wise. So, but it works. We're going to go with this. Actually, let's go ahead and separate it a little more. Can I do it without grouping? No. All right, so we're going to ungroup these really quick. I'm going to take this 1, 2. We're going to take that down a little, take this down a little, take that down a little. I think that looks good. So, la-ti-da. Let's go group it back. Cool. So now what we're going to do is, I'm actually going to click this add page, so I'm not going to get things confused. I'm going to select this. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste onto this page. That way it's just by itself. You know what? Scratch that, because I'm going to be doing the other one too. I apologize. So let's do this. I'm going to print both of these together. So I'm actually going to put these this way. All right, so I have it set up the way I want to set up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, this little nifty share button over here. We are going to click it. We're going to go down to download. We are going to select, let's unclick all of these pages. The one that mine is on is page 1. So we're going to click page 1. Whatever page you are creating on, you're going to select it. And then I'm going to press I'm going to press done. Then I'm going to press download. It is going to go through the download thing. And choose, if you're printing, a good one to choose for sublimation printing, which is what we're doing today. Go ahead and choose PNG. It's pretty simple to do. Most everybody can have that option, I believe, if you're using free Canva or Canva Pro. So there it is on our screen. I'm going to click and drag it to my desktop over here. So then I'm going to open that up real quick. And where are my settings? There. So now I'm going to print this page to my Brother SP1 printer. Where is that? Oh, choose, if you design it in landscape mode on Canva, that's fine, but mine was designed in a portrait mode. There it is. So we've got it going here. Now I'm going to print it. I'm going to pick you guys up here for a second and actually fix my shaking stand. But now my printer is now printing. I'm going to carry you. Let's go for a ride. over here to my printer. So my printer is printing right now, and we also have my Cricut mug press up on top of it. I am going to go ahead and turn that on to get it preheated. It does take a few minutes to get there. So if you've ever had experience with a Cricut mug press, you know what to do there, but if not, definitely get it preheated in time. The other thing I'm going to do is I have my mug right here, and that was actually printed very quickly. This particular printer will actually mirror your design, which is something you need to do when you are doing sublimation printing. It always needs to be mirrored, because when you apply it to whatever you're applying it to, if it's not mirrored, it's going to show up on the design backwards, and you do not want that. So right now I am opening the mug that I'm going to use, and this is it. I've got a green one. It is a Cricut brand. It's a Cricut beveled mug, and it is green, and I think it's awesome, and I think it's going to match the green font really, really well. So let's go. I'm going to move this out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little better here. I'm going to go grab my scissors. I'm going to cut this because I obviously do not need the other one right now. So I'm just going to cut this in half. I'm actually going to cut this down a little more too, because I don't need all that paper in my way. All right. I was going to show you the paper that I used, so I can tell you exactly what I used. Let me see if I can go out far enough. This is what I use, A-Sub 125G, just your standard size paper to go into the printer that I have. This is actually my first time using it myself, but there are a ton of people that use it that I know that say A-Sub is one of the best papers to use. So yeah, so I'm going to take you back over to my little nifty stand here, and I'm going to actually scooch you down just a smidge. Adjust. There. Okay, so let's see. Another thing you are going to need, I am going to fix this. I'm going to switch my camera so I can see what I'm doing. Make sure I'm in the shot that you guys can all see what's going on here. So scoot this crap out of my way. Another thing that you're going to need is some heat resistant paper or tape, heat resistant tape, because your mug is going to go into some heat. Another thing that I actually forgot to get out, if I can find it. What did I do with it? There it is. Okay. Another thing you will need. I thought I was prepared, so let's just keep going. Another thing you'll need is some parchment paper, something that is not going to melt. Yeah, parchment paper. Don't use wax paper, because that's going to melt and that's going to cause a bunch of issues that you do not want. So let's keep moving forward. So we've got the design. The printer was nice enough to mirror it for us, which is good since I forgot to do that. But you don't have to when you have this particular printer. So you can prep your mug with alcohol. This stuff. I did not just do that right now. I just used my shirt, which may or may not be a good thing. We'll see. Usually it's okay. But use this and then wait till the mug is completely dry. But that gets off all of the oils off the mug and will help things stick better from the design. So now what I'm going to do, I want this to be a right-handed mug. So I'm going to make sure I put it on the side. I'm going to move this over a little too, yeah. I'm going to put it on the side of the right-handed person, but I'm going to turn it towards me so I can make sure it's not wonky. Make sure I didn't cut my paper very even, so that's not going to help me with my lining up, but I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, so I'm going to find the beginning of the tape, wherever that's at, and then I'm going to just go ahead and prep a couple strips so I don't have to fumble around. If I can get it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to stick it right here. Let's cut another one. I'll need at least 2 to make it stay secure. Probably am using too much, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. So let's try all this again. All right, so let's get this lined up how I need it to get lined up. Where I want it to be. And then I'm going to tape this where I need it to be taped. Let's secure that. There's a piece of hair. Always hair. Cat hair or my hair, it doesn't matter. It's everywhere. And then let's take our second piece of tape here. Make sure it's nice and tight. My mug press just alerted me a little bit ago that it is nice and hot and ready to go. I'm just making a double check here. Okay, so next step, you're going to take your parchment paper. You're going to make sure it's securely around the mug, and then stand up. I'm going to lift you guys back up here for a second. If I can't do it with one hand. And I may need to turn you guys. Actually, no, let's make it go even higher. All right, so now you can really see the mug here, or the press. Is my microphone still going? Cool. All right. If you guys hop on and my microphone is not on, please tell me that you can't hear me, because that is like my biggest concern right now. Okay, so we are going to pop this in, handle out. And then for the Cricut mug press, you are going to clamp that down. I timed this once. I think it takes about 6 to 10 minutes for it to actually finish its job. Let me flip this over you guys again, and I will actually show you when it's done. These blinking lights it's going to charge all the way up, and when that last dot stops blinking, that means it's done. Then you will just unclamp that. But we'll get there. The other mug, let's see here. The other mug I was going to do is not the color I remember getting. So it's a light blue here, but it's a darker blue on the inside. So I need to adjust the colors of that second one, which now I'm remembering that little detail. I may have to reprint the design. But if you have any questions, if you're here, right now it says 0, but that's okay. This is my first time live, and once again, if you are just joining us, I am using Canva, and you can do this on Canva Pro or the free version of Canva. You do not have to buy Canva to do this today. All of this is free, no subscriptions. But yeah, let me show you the screen that we were on earlier. Maybe wrong one. Let me downsize this. Yeah, so we were over here today earlier. We designed the I'm a counselor, not a magician. This is the other one I'm going to be doing, but we're not going to do that together today. But we used two different fonts. We added a outline to counselor and magician. But all of this was free. This particular font is not free, unfortunately, now that I mention it. I got this from being a member of Makers Gonna Learn. They are an amazing group of people that I discovered on YouTube. Their YouTube is free. Go check them out. I've learned so much through Tanner Bell and his team. Alicia, Lauren, Courtney, Sadie. They're an amazing group of people that teach people how to craft. Let me turn you around so you're actually talking to somebody, listening to somebody. But yeah, Makers Gonna Learn is an amazing group of people who teach you to craft. The main thing that they teach you is Cricut, but they are going to be delving into different things. They are going to be doing I don't remember what it's called, but it is a laser printer, basically. I can't remember the particular printer that they're using. But I got a Cricut because of them. And I started a business because of them. And it's just been an amazing journey. I've tried doing Etsy and Cricketing for Etsy's been about a year. Cricut's been about 2 years now, actually. But Makers Gonna Learn has helped me so stinking much to learn a lot about how to do Cricut projects. I can't wait to show you guys the reveal of the mug when it's out of the heat press. But I'm going to take a sip of water. My mouth is dry and I'm on the sick side, so I just need some water and liquid. But yeah, check them out. I can't stress it enough if you are wanting to learn to craft with really almost anything, because they do a lot of things. Definitely check them out. You can watch them for free on YouTube, but you can also go to their website, subscribe, become a member, and then once you become a member, you actually can be a part of their Facebook group, their inner circle group. It's just a bunch of crafters coming together and supporting each other, and it's just amazing. It is amazing. But that's where I got the font for counselor and magician, called Groovy Moves. So if you have any questions so far, let me know. We are creating a heat pressed mug with a Cricut heat press. The printer is a Brother SP1 printer. We are using Sublimation paper for a standard sized 8.5 by 11 paper tray. So let me flip you guys around here again and show you what we are designing. So we are, let me scale this down here. This is what we created. We created the top one here. The other one I already had pre-designed. So I did the step-by-step for I'm a counselor, not a magician. And I think the counselor friends that I know are going to get a kick out of both of them. And I think the counselor friends that I know are going to get a kick out of both of these. I am trying to think of a third one to make. I haven't decided that just yet, but yeah, I'm going to flip you guys around again so you don't think you're talking to nobody. But hey, I don't know if you heard that, but the Cricut mug just told me that it's done. So I'm going to move you guys back over here, and I'm actually, it's screaming at me. So I'm going to move you guys back over here, and I'm actually, it's screaming at me. All right, let me lift you guys back up one more time. I know. And you are going to take this out. I'm going to put that away. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off since I'm not going to use it again for a little while today. I'm going to take a break after this, but this is it. And I'm going to move you back over here. That's hot. That's really, really hot. Yes, so be careful moving around with a mug in your hand because it's hot. All right, I'm gonna put you guys back all the way down here so I can use that. And you know what? I'm gonna use this towel just to buffer my bench here. So this is the mug. Where is my nifty? This is my weeding tool. I'm just gonna use my weeding tool to actually take this off real quick so I can show you guys the end result. Hopefully, let's start from this side without trying to scratch it. Ah. Cool. Oh yeah, that turned out so cool. And look at that, a perfectly heat pressed mug for my counselor. It is a right-handed mug. You could do this any side you want. For a left-hander, a right-hander, doesn't matter. But this is going to be a great gift. I have a couple counselor friends that I know of. One of their birthdays is coming up soon, and so one of these is going to go to him. But yeah, I am very pleased with how this turned out. Just look at that. I am actually fairly new to sublimation. I've only had my printer not even a year. I'm still learning the whole sublimation printing world. But if you, I don't know, are lives able to be watched again? If this live is able to be watched again, and you can watch it later when it's not live, and you have questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me or check out the group that I mentioned, Makers Gonna Learn, on YouTube. Reach out to them, ask them all sorts of questions. Watch their videos. They go live on Wednesdays, so check them out. They're a great resource for new crafters, or even what's the word? People who have been in the crafting world for years. They're just fantastic. But look at how great that turned out. I am so happy. But I'm gonna make more. But if you enjoyed this live, let me know, and maybe I'll be doing some more crafting lives on the weekends. That is the goal, at least. But yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Where is the turn off button? There.